Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this last time. It turns out I ranked up to experienced, so I'm now in the top 4% of ranked hackers, which sounds pretty nice, I guess, although there's a million people playing, so. Well, a million downloads, so maybe around a million people playing. And 4% of a million is still the top 40k people, so there's always that. So I get loot bonus of 3.5k dollars per triangle and 120 bitcoins per triangle. The money is still pretty worthless because money is a lot less valuable than Bitcoin. The Bitcoin is a bit better now. It's basically 360 per if I get all three triangles, and that's about as much as I would make if I was, I don't know, level 15 or something. But yeah, it's growing a bit slowly, I guess. So the next step is 1,500 reputation. And well, I guess with the new rank, I also get a new skin because it seems like they actually set the boundary of the rank to every skin unlock. So if the next unlock is 1,500, then I'm going to guess the rank after the next one is going to be 1,750. So let's see. I get the data center, which is actually pretty cheap. It's only 500 credits, so I could buy it if I wanted to, but no plans for that just yet. I think I'm noticing a pattern with some of these skins. It looks like it's always like these blocks in the distant backgrounds. At least with these recent skins that I have unlocked. So that kind of looks like that, and compared to the Lost Archive, which is very similar theme, just this one is blocks where you can visibly see the blocks being separated, and whereas the data center, they're more connected, I guess, and the background is dark, so there is always that. And then the 3D chip is, well, just one whole square, and it's gold. So, still waiting to see what more we can get, what the other ones look like before making any decision here. Although, definitely would be nice since I am getting a bit bored of the plain white background. Anyways, my sentry is on upgrade, so that means I get a lot of attackers whenever this happens, and yeah, this is break through pretty easily. But the funny thing is, I actually had a few people fail the other day, or just yesterday, while my scanner was being upgraded with the portal, which I don't really understand. Let's just take a look. So, level 36, well, he's level 37 now, I guess, Indre. And he's using the portal and Wraith. So, without the scanner, like, he can just do whatever he wants, and the visibility will barely go up at all. And he even has us leveled up Wraith and leveled up Access, so this is even less of a threat. But he puts on the Access here, but then for whatever reason, he decides to just drop the portal onto the scanner, which is a bit questionable, because why not drop it onto like the core or something? Because now you're going to have to still take down the core anyway. But it looks like he has Shuriken, so I'm guessing what he was hoping for was that he would use the Shuriken to bypass the core, and then just get straight onto the Koge. But all you're saving is about, like, I don't know, a few beam cannon, and then this happens. And that's what you get for not portaling onto the core. Yeah, he actually lost the scanner from the antivirus from the Guardian. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that. I almost feel like there's a bit of deja vu here because, like, are these two the same people? Because he literally does the exact same thing, just with a slightly different program set. Level 33, no idea how to pronounce his name. And he makes the exact same mistake where he basically goes ahead and portals onto the scanner for whatever reason, instead of something safer like, I don't know, the core. So if you look at what they're doing, it like I wouldn't be surprised if you said they were the same person. Both the same tactic, battering ram with shuriken, and portal onto the scanner, and then do absolutely nothing. Well, actually, he tried to put an ice wall, but that was a bit too late. So yeah, other than these two guys, everybody else got through pretty easily. Neo from Antarctica came and hacked me again with the portal. I think he was trolling me because he used one worm. His worm is level 1. Yeah, thanks for that. And, people shouldn't be having trouble, basically, but I just found it kind of weird that those two people both failed in the exact same way. Anyway, I have been attempting to farm some reputation recently, and it actually has not been going so well. People who I can get a lot of reputation from tend to actually have pretty strong base. I almost feel as if I'm behind here now because of how strong some of these people's bases are. So let's take a look at one of this hack that I did not get through, which is against Tronox. He's level 34, so he's only really 3 levels higher than me. But the key here is that he has the gold sentry. Notice that? And I mean, I don't have it yet, so it's really hard to tell how good how strong the sentry is until you actually get a taste of it yourself. So I had no idea, but it's it's incredibly strong. I just did not even realize how strong the gold sentry is compared to the black sentry. I mean, we already saw that the black sentry is pretty strong, but eventually I have been able to overcome it. Granted, it cost me several ice walls, but it's something that I can definitely make it through. But the gold sentry is a whole different story. And actually here you'll see me do the blaster stun lock thing that I was telling you about, which I didn't get to show last time, but basically I have the 2 blasters so that it's permanently disabled and it doesn't even get to regenerate. So that's pretty nice, and it's also quite fast. So here you see the gold sentry in action, and I had to use 3 ice walls just to set up the protector, whereas for the black sentry I only need 2. And here you see, even with the ice wall, I still lost the protector. With the black sentry, I would never lose the protector if I keep spamming the ice wall, but this is just a whole different story, it seems like. And here I tried to do the same thing again. You see how fast the first ice wall drops. I have to drop again, and then drop, and again, and then drop again. It's just 3 times super fast, just like that. And now I'm just spamming ice walls, and even with my constant ice wall spam, the protector still dropped. And that was just very surprising. Like, I could not imagine that it would actually be that strong. But on the other hand, it's a good thing I'm getting it soon. I'm upgrading to level 15 sentry. It's going to be done tomorrow. And then just need storages, and I'll be ready to upgrade to level 16. So yeah, just a bit of a reality check there, I guess. Have to keep yourself humble. But yeah, honestly, I'm not too sure if I have been making the best decisions as far as leveling my programs go. Because remember how I was saying that with my programs, what I wanted to achieve is that I wanted to upgrade my stealth to a point such that I can use it to take down someone who is a lot higher than me. So that's why I upgraded my access and my Wraiths. But it's not really at a point where I can leverage that, because the scanner is just a lot easier to upgrade than stealth, because I can only have access to 1 evolver, and you can have 5 building threads, so it's a lot harder to upgrade stealth high than it is to upgrade the evolver high. So here against this, I think level anywhere between 10 to 12 scanner, I wasn't able to get this Colgate, and it's like a level 14-ish Colgate by the looks of it. So I just left because I didn't really pack enough blaster for this if my Wraith failed. But the whole point of trying to level my stealth was that wouldn't happen, but it turns out it happens anyways. So that's why I'm kind of regretting upgrading my stealth, whereas I could have probably spent it on the protector instead, because looking at how strong the gold sentry is, my protector is seriously under leveled now. I might need like level 10 protector or something to stand up against that. Or maybe upgrade the shocker more. But then again, I don't really use the shocker as much as I do use the protector. I have been suggested to consider the shocker, but the max level I can upgrade the shocker right now is only level 8. And at level 3 right now, that's only 4 seconds. So unless I get it much higher, it's not really going to be worth it. And even if I do try for level 8, it's going to take me 11 days going full out. So still leaning towards going with the protector right now. But we have to wait for the blaster to finish first. And that's mainly because the protector has slightly less disk space, slightly less compile time, and is more, well, I guess reusable. Because the shocker is only good for well, choke points where I can take down all the nodes really fast. So if they have something like, I don't know, a guardian back in the back supporting it, I might not be able to DPS down all the nodes fast enough. Or if it's like a 3-slot node, then I definitely wouldn't be able to DPS it down fast enough. It wouldn't really apply to guardian chokes either. Whereas the protector in general can apply to a lot of situations. The only difference is I can put on one more one more beam cannon with the shocker. But if I'm really out of time, I might just wraith the Colgates, because if I could wraith the Colgates up front, then that would actually save me a lot of time. It would like the Colgates probably waste me a minute, so it might be more beneficial for me to just wraith the Colgate compared to getting shockers, because it's only about like double the time to get wraithed compared to shockers. And for either one, I really only need it on those really hard base, like the one you just saw with the level 34 called Tronox. But against most people, you can actually see that I don't really use that much programs. Just take a quick look here. 5 blaster, 2 protector, 2 blasters only, 5 blasters, 2 protector, 1 blaster, 1 protector, no blaster, no protector, 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 1, only the protector, 4 and 1. So honestly, a lot of these hacks are kind of just routine, rather than something that I would say is challenging, because I got a request to show more of my attacks, but I don't know if you really want to see my attacks, because like a lot of these are just not really worth showing, because the way I see it, if you don't make me use all my protectors, then your base isn't really hard. And against most people, I really don't use all my protectors, and I still manage to get upwards of 200 to 300k average in money and 5k B coins. So if you want to see loot reactions, honestly, Lazroix is pretty good for that. And actually, a lot of people, I actually saw 2 people copying his exact base today, which is kind of funny. This guy is one such example, fygr, level 34. And how do I know? Because actually I do watch his videos, and I immediately recognize this is actually an exact copy of his base in pretty much every aspect, as far as I can tell. Other than, well, the level of the nodes, I guess, but otherwise, the Colgate positioning, the first choke point being the sentry, the double black ice with the compiler and mine choke point back there, the Colgate on that protecting the 2 Bitcoin mine, but not the 2 money storages. It's pretty interesting. So granted, his level isn't that high, so if I were to actually hack Lazroix, I probably wouldn't be able to do it as his, because he did get the level 16 sentry, and we already saw how big of a difference that is. But you see here that I kind of have a good handle against the level 14-ish sentry already, and we saw that with my ice wall spam, with addition to a few more ice wall after I take down the nodes and the double ice wall to set up the protector, I do have a pretty good hand though against the black sentry now, and I can pretty safely go through some of these spaces, or most of these spaces, without having to really worry too much. And here, I guess I don't know, I could have not lost the 2 black eyes, but it didn't really matter because it's already gone onto the scanner. And I'm actually not made a mistake here, because I shouldn't have used the blaster on the last sentry back there, because I didn't really need it against the black ice, because there was 4 slots. I could have just used beam cannons. And because I used the blaster, it actually means that I can't break the code gate, which is really bad. If I had the blaster, then I would be able to loot everything, but as a result, I can only manage to loot the money. But that's actually fine, because I was doing this hack to upgrade my sentry, so it ended up working out, because I didn't really need the B-coin anyway. And I don't think that he have a lot of B-coin. I think he might have, but I didn't need it either way, so it was fine. Also, you see here again that I made the mistake of dropping my ice wall again, because I was trying to speed up my DPS, right? You saw it right there that once I set up the protector, I don't need the ice wall anymore, so I might as well remove it so I can make sure I loot everything. But instead, I just removed the protector, so that was a bit annoying. But I had an extra protector, so luckily I was fine there. But yeah, if I had my blaster here, I would be able to break through this code gate, but unfortunately I can't. And this wasn't even worth it. I wasn't really gonna make it anyways. So yeah, that's about it for today. Neos wants me to hack him back. I'll do that in the next episode, because I'm waiting for my blaster to upgrade, and that'll be a good opportunity to test that out. And aside from that, this was, I guess, a quick update, because I have to wait for my sentry to finish before I can really do anything else. I do believe I have to upgrade this turret to level 15 first, though, before I can get the level 16 sentry, because I think it's 4.75 million. And I only have 4.5 million, which is kind of a weird number, but either way, it works fine. A funny thing, though, is that apparently on the wiki, it says the level 16 sentry takes 12 hours. And I think that doesn't really sound right. So I guess in the next episode, we're going to find out whether that's actually true or not. So until then, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for watching.